response. She
We're looking
just
for the real stuff.
because basically, if she would tell you that
That was fucking retarded.
the way that she thinks is the way that they think, and you're pointing out that obviously the way they think is not the way she thinks.
Yeah, I don't protest.
She tries to kill people with her beautiful voice. Instead of like actually getting her hands dirty, she comes to places like this. She uses her beauty and her voice to try to influence people as opposed to doing any direct action. She's what we call a jihadist Jane. She's a
She's what we call.
she's a
She loves Diego.
Princessia is a female Muslim film noir. Black-hearted, beautiful.
Princessia loves
What's a
Diego.
film?
It's a genre of film where there's a femme fatale who like fucks over the guy, and it's like a dark ending. It's called film noir. It was like a category of films in like the 30s and 40s and 50s, black and white.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I've seen a movie like that.
Yeah, you could just Google it. You could look for the list of like the top film noirs, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know those movies."
For your live stream, please let it be known that Princessia loves Diego de la Vega. Thank you.
False. Did you hear that? No sincerity at all. Absolutely fictitious. Not sincere. Ugh, how pathetic. No wonder why Diego's not here. He doesn't
Wait,
care.
why do you think she's insincere?
Did you hear that? That was facetious. That's facetious.
No, it wasn't. Not at all.
Listen, real men know what real love is. That's not love. That's
Okay, but what
that's
does she need to
online
do
LARPing.
to convince you? I mean, not that she needs to convince
She
you.
doesn't need to
but,
convince
like,
me. She needs to convince Diego. Don't you see how this works?
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
a
but what would
critic.
convince you? What would convince you?
I'm the new.
You made, like,
I am the
you made
renaissance. I'm the renaissance of online
a lot of
critics. This is all
You made a lot of
fictitious.
comments.
Stop trying to make
against
things
her.
up, Rihanna. Stop it. I gotta go lay in the sun and get some sunshine. Talk amongst yourselves.
What? Can't ask the real questions. Can't get real answers to the real questions. Okay, Edmund, can you leave? Edmund.
Oh,
Can you leave?
I mean, there's other people in the room, so it doesn't really matter.
No, it does matter. Like, streaming, like, those other people probably have recording.
They're probably recording too.
Why would they be recording?
What's up, Randy?
How you doing, motherfucker?
Doing fine. Oh, Hampton's back. I'm just sad that Diego's not here. Huh?
I love her.
Yeah, but he's not talking. I guess he doesn't talk in front of Edmund or something, or John, I mean. Why'd you end your room?
Alright, who's room?
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, he actually called me.
You what? Can you change your profile picture? It's so disturbing. My stuff's not working. Mistake.
Who are you talking to, me or Alpha?
Well, both your profile pictures are disturbing.
I'll change mine if you change yours, Alpha.
No, you can keep it.
I think I'm gonna change it anyways. I present to you the latest update. I present to you the latest update. You guys are gonna giggle when you see this. You tell me. Watch this. Watch this. What is that? PTR. What is that?
Why are you doing that to Hampton? Oh, it's Hampton. Lazy people.
No, that is an LGBTQ troll with a laser-haired chin. He's like a lesbian woman. He's got like whiskers growing on his face. He's really a woman. I think he's a woman. It's just my opinion.
Well, your opinion, I wouldn't say it's invalid. Your
Okay,
opinion is valid, and you are heard.
PTR.
Dude, I'm wearing glasses. Oh, I should wear my contacts.
First, breaking news from Israel and the Israel-Hamas war. Israel is saying this afternoon its military has killed the top leader of Hamas, Yahya Sinwar.
These stories have been developing all day. Our Erica Sargent joins us. Israeli troops apparently came upon him. This was not necessarily planned during a battle yesterday.
Right.
During a battle. A big battle.
Rebecca, can you hear
Perhaps you also know, though,
Say that again, I can't hear you.
Can you reiterate to us the story of Al-Nafla robbery?
I'm sorry, I cannot hear what
Is,
you're
of
saying.
course,
And
news
that's
to
the
me.
robbery?
that a card game you operate is located in territory that Mr. Nasseria considers to be his.
Not considers. Is mine.
My thinking was, before any more blood is shed, that a compromise can be reached.
More blood. Don't square back. My two nephews. I don't know what you're talking about.
Apparently, two of Mr. Nasseria's emissaries to your establishment were murdered shortly after their visit.
We do operate a game in what might be termed the gray area territorially, but as to any violence in the neighborhood, they stub themselves, huh?
It's a coincidence that it happens.
On my streets. No coincidence. Now, this little prick, since he's 10 years old, he causes problems.
Well, it seems to me you boys ought to extend a token of goodwill towards Mr. Nasseria. Shall we say a one-time fee of $2,000 for the families of those gentlemen, and a tax of 10% on the game going forward?
Hold on a fucking second.
Charlie?
10% is okay. For now.
Then we have an agreement?
Ma che minchia fa con sti ammazzaris? Eccomi, spazzo ricco.
Come faccio mano senza masacchetta?
Picciotto. Non c'è scassare, minchia. Che io ti taglio passo, ti passo.
Charlie. There you go. grand's bad enough. 10% of the fucking game.
You already pay half the take on that goon to you.
Yes. And now you boys know why.
Arnold, Nucky Thompson on the telephone.
I'll take it in here, darling.
How's her stomach?
I'm still a little tentative.
So much apple bread.
It has a binding effect.
Is that the best thing right now?
Sound elimination is the basis of good health. Mr. Thompson. Mr. Thompson, to what do I owe the pleasure?
The change in my circumstances, as I'm sure you've already heard.
And are we discussing a problem or a proposition?
It depends which side of the phone you're on. I need a port to land some cargo.
I was under the impression Atlantic City was aptly named.
The Coast Guard's locked me down. I can't land a mackerel.
Well, I have an import operation in Montauk.
Long Island. Too far. What about Philadelphia?
We'd have to cut in Waxy Gordon.
I'm listening.
That's my 20%. And I'll convince Waxy that 20% for him is a fair price also.
That's a pretty penny, Arnold.
Of course, my cut includes men to oversee the operation. You remember Mr. Luciano?
I do.
Then it's settled. Direct your ships to Philly. Let me know the details.
You've got a new port of call.
I can already feel the brotherly love. Arnold Washington's here?
Talking, Benny.
Oh, so I should tell him to go fuck a duck? Enough of the crazy shit already.
Bring him in before he breaks the house.
Mr. Rothstein?
Hey, did you come to sit in?
Well, you're always welcome. I'm afraid those shoppers out there would fleece me. Owing to his present difficulties, I've made a deal with Nucky Thompson. He'll be offloading his liquor shipments in Philadelphia. Waxy Gordon will ensure safe arrival. The route to Atlantic City will be my responsibility.
And you'd like us to recruit the muscle?
I would like you to be the muscle.
Hey, we, got some business going on just now.
I can see that. Mr. Thompson is paying me a premium. Anybody could ride shotgun until you encounter Indians.
We're honored by your trust, they are. And flattered that you would come below 14th Street to discuss it personally. I'm with Joe.
Sure. As it happens, I was down here having dinner with Joe Masseria, who left me with a distinct impression he'd still like both of you dead. You broke bread with that prick. We were served a native dish of tripe, which I cannot abide. But I ate it anyway, to keep the peace. Some things, Charlie, you just have to swallow.
We got speedboats, over a dozen. The whole pickup will take less than an hour.
And we're safe from the Coast Guard?
I don't want to repeat it last time.
Mr. Gordon has given us his assurances.
Waxy. And yes, we're safe. That's what you're paying me for.
I was beginning to wonder.
Once they make shore in Philly, the goods are loaded onto trucks by Waxy's men.
I am here, supervise, then his fellows will get you safe to the border of Atlantic City.
To the border.
For 20%, they should be taking us all the way. Use the broads now. We gotta walk you home.
Kiss goodnight, it'd be nice.
Sure, with a lead fucking pipe.
Charlie.
No one's gonna give you no trouble. They do, they gotta answer to me.
And I'll be expecting you around about 5. And make damn sure you flash them lights, because I ain't taking no more chances. What the fuck are you doing?
We're making a delivery.
For Nucky Thompson?
We got a deal with Rothstein. Tim Porter's liquor through Philly.
Under the auspices of Waxy Hood.
And you fellas out the muscle.
I don't fucking believe this.
All this is for Nucky.
Chunky White's back in business.
Jesus Christ.
What do you want to do?
If I may. This could be an opportunity, gentlemen.
The fuck you talking about?
We have spoken to you about partnering up.
Heroin. Better opportunities.
That's right. So why kill each other over a few trucks worth of liquor?
You've worked with Waxy, Gordon. The man's a piece of shit.
Not every insult requires a response.
$100,000, that boy chick. 5 of which is mine.
So they'll advance us.
Sure.
Can't kill everyone, man. It's not good business. Look, so we let you go. You deliver the load to Chalky. Nucky Thompson is none the wiser.
And then what?
And then we meet up, separately. Then we figure out a way to take it all.
It's kismet. Gentlemen. Rothstein, Nucky, their time is past.
Waxy Gordon's 8. Let us worry about Waxy. Move the car. Where with me?
It's a good thing, fellas. We'll see.
We maintain those odds. These are late entry? It's unorthodox, yes, but there's nothing illegal about it.
Said the spider took a fly.
You've been known to spin webs yourself, my friend.
They are.
Charlie, Meyer, say hello to Max Hirsch.
Hey, Gary. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure. Max trained Sidereal. He's running at Aqueduct on the 4th of July.
Not yet, he ain't.
We'll continue to talk. Can we agree on that?
You'll talk. I'll listen.
How you boys making out?
Not so great. But it's nice to get out in the sun.
There are cheaper ways to get a tan than picking losers.
You're telling me. My last horse is still running.
What's the word from Philadelphia?
Business as usual. Near as I can tell.
There's a shipment on Thursday from Bill McCoy.
Lucky Thompson's still alive, so until we hear otherwise. Any idea what happened there?
With Thompson? Who knows?
Word is he's got a beef with his brother.
Really? I would have thought James Darmody myself.
Nobody ain't got it in him.
Pillow talk, Charlie?
Your mother. I'm sure with that.
What's the matter?
I knew her. Doc, what can you expect when you conduct your business in the stable.
Nucky?
Mr. Thompson,
Thank you for coming. Apologize for the accommodations.
how do we do this in private?
How can we help, Nuck?
You can start by getting the pissants who work for you in line. Vito Scalercio?
Never heard of them.
Well, he shot me, John. And before the Fed shot him, he was living in a building leased by your boy,
What?
Al Capone.
I knew something was up. The little prick's been talking to your Jimmy Domini.
He came to see me months ago.
Al did.
Mr. Darmody, offering to sell me liquor
Now you're telling me this?
the day after you were arrested. In any case, I turned him down.
And Luciano? Lansky, can you vouch for them?
That they're not in cahoots with Darmody? No, I can't. But I can tell you one of Waxy Gordon's men was killed making your delivery last month. A failed hijacking, I was told.
The pups have grown fangs, gentlemen.
What are you gonna do?
What would you do, John?
Kill the prick.
I'm under indictment. The feds are up my ass.
Then take a plea. Retire something.
With what? All my money's tied up in a land deal.
Do nothing.
I beg your pardon?
You have no move, Mr. Thompson. You do nothing.
He's under attack, Arnold.
All the more reason for patience. I've made my living, Mr. Thompson, in large part as a gambler. Some days I make 20 bets. Some days I make none. There are weeks, sometimes months, in fact, when I don't make a bet at all because there simply is no play. So I wait, plan, marshal my resources. And when I finally see an opportunity, and there is a bet to make, I bet it all.
Mr. Thompson, I've heard only good things.
Not from me, of course.
Well, that certainly narrows down the list of suspects. You like baseball?
Yes.
Ty Cobb signed this. Now it's yours.
What do you say, Teddy?
Ty Cobb is a bad man.
He doesn't like to be crossed, that's for sure. But if your team's down, he's the guy you want it back. Now go on, kiddo.
Come on, kid. How about a nice glass of milk?
So, your case. Arnold tells me you'd like to go in a new direction.
Preferably away from jail.
This Ginsburg you had defending you. Is law's main focus? Or something he does when he's not shoeing horses?
I hope the meter's not running. I hate to think I'm paying to hear what a fool I am.
That part's on the house.
Once you get past Mr. Fallon's charm, I think you'll find him quite effective.
Can you get the venue changed back to Atlantic City?
Probably not. But if there's a seed of doubt to be sown on your behalf, I am quite effective with juries.
And all this farming will set me back what?
$80 per hour. Which also buys you my uncanny ability to make friends with judges.
And if I told you I had no money for bribes?
Then you'd be relying solely on my legal acumen.
What would you do, Arnold?
No one likes a long shot more than a gambler. I understood it was brown.
Summers. There's all different types. Should be gold, the X-ray.
They try it once, you got a customer for life.
And your supplier?
Some chink downtown.
Ship it in from the Orient.
We could start an import operation. Chinese lanterns, things of that nature.
Cut out the middleman.
Just so you know, who come to you with this first?
Out of respect.
Sir,
Nucky Thompson called. Mr. Thompson, congratulations. I hear Mr. Fallon earned his fee.
Well, I'm sure he thinks he did.
What can I do for you?
Manny Horvitz.
I've heard the name.
And if he were suddenly to be among the deported,
Why do you ask?
As a courtesy. He has a connection to Wagsy Morton. Wino has a connection to you.
If Mr. Horvitz were to go, who gives a shit?
I would have no opinion one way or the other. Well then, it appears I have a decision to make.
Flip a coin.
When it's in the air, you'll know which side you're hoping for.
Man knows about them Nefertiti's.
Luckiest yet alive.
Miss Kent is no typical Tory. You speak from experience? I speak as her landlord, Mr. Yale.
The second luckiest yet alive.
Apartment house of mine on West 57.
Tenant. Now Remus has heard everything.
You can tell Remus it happens to be true. Jeff, you made it.
I prefer to simplify things.
I got money, you got booze. What could be simpler than that?
And I sell to one buyer only. Effective immediately, I'll be exporting exclusively from Atlantic City to Mr. Rothstein. If you'd like, you can buy directly from him.
At a 50% markup.
Well, you could always buy from Brooklyn.
Beloved. Pig Leg Lanigan.
Those patties won't sell to Italians.
Sorry, boys. New year, new rules.
Oh, see, that makes sense. Chink I know, runs a laundry. Tells me 23's the year of the pig.
This is a business decision, Mr. Rossetti.
I come all the way down here. Put up with car trouble. We all got the same news. Yeah, but we ain't all in the same fucking boat. I'm getting squeezed on all sides here by
Partially staged.
No, fuck you, Frank. Your fucking rat hole bar and your warehouse in Canarsie. I don't see you doing me any favors, amigo. And you smug, kike midget, creeping around like a fucking dentist with the ether.
Why don't you watch your fucking
Why
son?
don't you go sit in the corner, short pants? And then there's you. Fucking breadstick in a bow tie. You pasty-faced
You
cocksucker.
must be tired, Mr. Rossetti. That can make a man irritable. You need some rest.
I need 500 cases of rum.
You and your men. My guest at the Ritz.
You think I can't float my own hotel room?
I'm making a goodwill gesture. Accept it or not.
How about I make one too? You're not in it here. I'll shit you up like yesterday's sausage and bog truck prick.
You're making my decision very easy.
Nobody here could take a joke.
What do you know about this means fella?
He's a colorful personality.
I don't need to get wrapped up in Harry Doherty's mess. Do you?
Protection is valuable. Cost is insignificant overall.
You're collecting money in a fishbowl.
I'd never advise against caution. Considering the ongoing volatility in the marketplace.
If you're poking around Manny Horvitz, why don't you just say so?
Do you have a suspect?
Waxy Gordon comes to mind.
Naturally.
But it's not Waxy. Because Waxy would have to clear it with you, and you would have said no, because you're in business with me.
I could be what I want you to think.
You could, but I doubt it.
How can you be sure?
Because if you were trying to be obvious, you'd never be that obvious.
This is why I enjoy our conversations. I do hope you're paying equally close attention to our arrangement.
Put the website of that so-called fish thing in the chat. It's just crazy how they were able to do this shit. Like, it's really crazy.
And you take your mantra and you sit with a straight back and you chant your mantra and you fix your mind on the mantra. And whenever the mind goes off, you bring it back to the mantra. It goes off, you bring them. And that's how you practice what we're doing in this workshop, which is Patanjali Chitta Vritti Nirodha. The Gita then takes us out into the world and into back into the family, back into the profession. But how to practice Patanjali? You get up before you do anything else. You take a shower, no eating.
Only one night.
You know what? I'm making a room with him right now, just to get you.
Princessia.
Okay, what's his name is recording it for you. You're welcome.
Princessia, how does it feel knowing that I've broken your Cupid's love spell over the man of your desires?
Diego can't be affected by you in your voodoo.
Well, you do that voodoo so well. Don't you do that voodoo?
I'm not a Jew. I don't do voodoo.
Your name is Love. You're supposed to support her. Brianna, why did you move yourself to the audience? It was so weird.
Okay, I have some interesting thing called Amor de Psyche. Have you ever heard of Amor?
What? I invited you up, Brianna.
Okay, listen to this.
Is it not letting you come up? Do accept speaker. Oh my god. Wallah, I invited you. And you said, and you called, and you said I didn't. I invited you.
I looked at it, it didn't say accept speaker, so.
When did I come? No, I invited you twice. You worried me. I was like, oh my god, am I gonna have to freaking mob Love to bring you up? Oh my god, it's 6:48. I need to go get myself ready and go work out.
She's got to go strut at the gym. Let everybody know she's there.
I'm working
What's wrong with
out,
that?
getting stronger. When I got my last pedicure, Brianna, I chose not to put any nail polish. It kind of feels freeing. Rick, why didn't you come
Yeah,
to the
whenever
room
I
last
get
night?
mine-
We were having fun.
What's up?
Last night, we were having acting 101 classes. Why didn't you come to the room?
I don't know what room you're talking about.
Diego's. Hey, Jasmine, even though you think very bad of me. You left.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I must have mixed up.
Rick, somebody has been messaging me saying that they hate you.
If they hate what?
They hate Rick.
Why would someone message you that they hate me?
I have people that listen to me, and I don't know who they are, but they never talk, and it's like either 1 to 3
Wait,
people.
which one is it? You know who it is. Which account is it?
I think it was Christina Oz, maybe.
Okay, now we know for sure who the heck that
Oh
is.
my god.
Like, that's 100% confirmed who that is. You know who it is, right? Don't say it's me.
I
But
don't.
you know.
I don't know who it is. Who is that? Is it?
Rick.
It's.
What?
You know who it is. Brianna knows who it is, right, Brianna?
Mm-hmm.
John?
But I think it was.
How can it be John when John is right here?
Wait, yeah, I thought it was him.
It's not me.
No.
No, I admit to all of my lies and
That was the
treachery.
second theory.
No, not this John.
No. It's not Jigaboo.
Who is it? Well, who hates him?
The one that was obsessed with you before.
No, I didn't have that account. Oh, Edmund. Have you ever given any of your old account numbers to someone to use?
No, my accounts get deleted and then I just ditch them and I
Right?
never
You
look back.
just had the other account blocked. That's all it is. She had 2 accounts and you blocked one of them.
Both of them I had blocked.
Okay, but you unblocked
No,
one
I
of them.
didn't. I don't know. I think I unblocked both of them. I don't even remember, but both of the Christina accounts I had blocked.
Yeah, that
Maybe
sounds.
it
That
was
sounds.
new
That's.
blocks, not old blocks.
That's who's commenting then, because they're using my live streams to like sit there and just rag on people, and you know.
Wait, where are they? They're commenting on your
Are they
YouTube about
listening
me?
right now? Are they listening to our conversation?
I don't see anybody listening to this now. No, nobody's listening to this. I have no viewers. I have 3 streams going.
Oh, that's Jones.
Wait.
Love
Someone
is
is-
trying to create this. What, Larry?
I'm not trying to cause emotional problems. I know Rick had, like this person, you know, whoever it is, in my opinion, is totally irrelevant. You know, anybody who doesn't speak is like super, you know, whatever. I don't know.
Okay, the people that don't speak are obviously that we know that are spying on us that can't speak, obviously.
I don't know. I know so many people now at this point. I've given up trying to do any type of analysis as opposed to who watches my shit because it turns out that even T-Robs was watching my YouTubes. And I was like, wow, even T-Robs is watching me. Leprechaun, leprechaun. If you say T-Robs' name, he might appear. Leprechaun, leprechaun.
You know, bread is such a common part of our diet. Like, we eat everything with bread. But I feel like it tires you, and I need to stop.
Fat ass clown house tires you out more than bread. Okay, sweetheart?
I'll be back.
Why?
Wallah.
He needs people to record.
Wallah! Rick, where are you going to go? And what's your handicap? See, why do I need a girlfriend when I can...
Edmund, stop lying and saying that I, say negative things about my love to Diego, okay?
Oh, now you're watching me. You're watching. You're looking at my beautiful punum. See how I grow out this centerpiece here?
It's probably Brianna watching you, not me.
I went to your YouTube once, and I was the only person in your stream.
That's okay. I mean, I'm happy. I'm content. Like, I got my little bubble. Nobody can fuck with me, as far as I know. But I know the walls are caving in on me. It's a big sacrifice to live stream your whole life. Be fully transparent.
How sexy Diego is. Can we talk about how sexy he is?
If you like, it's up to you. You're the mom.
Yeah, he's just so cool, collected, calm, sexy.
These two beautiful Bosnians once, they were like, "You are so calm. It's like weird."
They're lying.
They're like, "It's weird. You're so calm. Like, what's going on with you? Like, how are you so calm?" And we were at the pool, like suntanning and chilling, and I was like, "I don't know. This is me."
Yeah, because you do all your crazy on Clubhouse.
Well, if I'm suntanning, I'm usually stretching and breathing and like not engaged in, chatterboxing or what they call hyperverbalism. When I'm outside.
You talk a lot. I think that is.
You used to not talk.
You think
No,
I
you
talk a
didn't
lot,
say
but
that.
Come from you, just like stream random stuff, but now you've been talking a lot more. I was like, oh, he has a personality.
yeah, I go from lives when they kick me and they close my accounts down. That's when I just come back and I start recording, and then I start building a new profile, and then eventually I come back, I talk, then they kick me again. It's like a cycle. It's cyclical.
I think like people are more willing to have you in the room and keep you in the room and let you record because you've been talking. And they're like, oh, okay, he's actually like not normal, but funny.
Fun. That's the key word. If you can bring fun, you'll be accepted everywhere. But you've got to do it like a professional.
Yep.
And I get no respect. No respect at all.
Do you think Diego has ever called a woman a B word? You literally called me a B word an hour ago. Learn how to engage with the opposite sex, and maybe you'll get married and have children like Diego.
Listen,
And
Patty.
even like have like other people find you attractive too.
Well,
I think your first step is to learn how to engage with the opposite sex. And you could use this app as a tool to like how to engage with them. Someone bother you, no problem. How do you engage with a woman and still show that you're a man? At this point, you don't show that. You call woman the B word. That's low.
I called you the
That's
B.
like
I called you the B word.
you called me a B word earlier. Like you don't want to behave like a what's the word, Rihanna?
B word.
Nigger.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. That was Princessia.
I'm serious.
Nura using the hard R.
Like that.
Using the hard R. Her neo-Nazi lover, her neo-Nazi online lover would be proud that she just doxed, my accounts and tried to destroy my live feed. But the truth be told, Princessia, you mumble so much that I don't think that the algorithm and the transcript even knows what you just said because, English is not your first language. So.
Brianna, am I mumbling? Let me articulate.
There's a shipment going out tonight. We agreed on the 4th. That's tonight.
It's tomorrow, Mr. Thompson.
Of course it is. My mistake.
Well, man's allowed to enjoy himself every now and then.
I've got people on top of it, Arnold. That's why I pay them.
As long as they have calendars.
Your radiator's leak. West 57th Street.
Miss Kent's building.
You own it. You might want to protect your investment.
Are you looking to rent? East of the park would suit you better.
What are you implying?
She's a charming and vivacious young woman. Mr. Doyle, why am I talking to you?
Because you called me?
But why am I calling you? Why is that even occurring? If I had my liquor, on the timely basis your employer promised, if in fact I could reach your employer, who now seems to think acceptable business practice to disappear for days on end, this conversation would not be taking place. And that would make me very happy.
Yeah, I understand. Listen, Mr.
I
Rosen.
want what I paid for. I want it now.
Okay, sir.
And I don't ever want to find myself chatting with you again.
Of course.
Is that clear?
Yeah, how about tomorrow morning? Hey, Rothstein, warm as a lizard.
What'd he say?
But he's expecting his delivery.
And what did you tell him?
That it's coming. What do you think?
What do I think? You're a fucking idiot.
Watch your step, Eli. I'm your boss.
Nucky explicitly said to avoid Table Heights.
I heard. There's no way to use the back roads. Not till May, at the earliest.
So hold off making the delivery.
You get your brother's foot up my ass? No thanks.
I'm telling you not to do this, Mickey. I'm not doing nothing. They are.
I tried to stop them, they wouldn't listen. Because they were under orders to get you what you paid for.
And yet, you escaped.
We lost 11 men. Was I supposed to get myself killed too?
Rossetti controls the roads in and out of Tabor Heights, taking up residence in the town, commandeered the sheriff's department.
You burned the sheriff.
Let's discuss our options.
Our options.
To solve this problem,
I'm gonna send you something,
How long have
and
you
you
known
need to
Mr.
explain it to me, but not like.
a year or so, I don't know. You were the one who introduced me.
He kicks up the Joe Masseria.
With whom I have a very delicate truce.
Over what?
That's not your concern. But what might solve a problem for you creates a bigger one for me.
What would you do about a mad dog?
Before anything else, I'd find out who its master was.
Rossetti doesn't respect any rules, Arnold. That makes him bad for business, yours and mine.
I'd like to talk to Mr. Thompson in private, please. Bad for business.
Isn't it?
What would you know about it? Conducting yours like some drunken shopkeeper.
All right, Arnold. You're allowed to blow off steam.
It's not all right. Do you think I entered into this arrangement because I value your companionship? You are a convenience of geography and supply. You promised a quantity and a price. You have failed to deliver. And now, owing to your inability to manage your own affairs in New Jersey, a state I have little interest in or affection for, you expect me to start a war in New York? Where things actually matter?
I expect you to understand that Gyp Rossetti is trouble for everyone. I lost an entire
Because
convoy.
of your own cavalierness. Because you run off to Manhattan at a moment's notice to rut with some showgirl.
It'd be wise to leave Miss Kent out of this.
Wow, you can't. Do you even begin to understand how weak that makes you
It's a
look?
big noise from a man who's dead below the waist.
I practice
You
discretion.
practice bullshit. Who the fuck are you, Arnold? Aside from a little weasel with a good poker face.
I get lost all these fields here. I don't know where the hell I'm
It wasn't the money, believe me.
going.
Though I'd be lying if I said it didn't sting. It was his attitude mostly. The arrogance.
Hubris, the Greeks call it.
And look what happened to them. Conquered by Italians. Just like Nucky. New Year's. Nucky's party. I said some things I shouldn't have.
I have thick skin, Mr. Rossetti. Quite pale, as you can see, but very thick.
Sticks and stones, huh? I'm glad you see it that way.
Couldn't do business otherwise. Which brings us here tonight. In light of recent developments, it appears I'm short a supplier.
Well, you are in luck. Tabor Heights, or as I like to call it, a little slice of paradise, happens to be located on the same ocean that Nucky Thompson used to control. They'll have the same boats, same booze, hell. They even give you the same price. We're even 60 miles closer to New York.
I only want the genuine article. I have no use for anything less.
Is that today's?
Evening edition.
Give me one.
Thanks, mister.
Hey. Thought you said this was today's. All this stuff happened yesterday.
Sure, that's...
Answer there for a second. From now on, room 207 at the Kinneret Lodge. Have me to your room.
Yeah, you betcha.
Tomorrow, just after midnight. 600 cases of whiskey coming in. Now, come around if you want. Sample for yourselves.
And this gentleman is trustworthy.
a lot of money.
7 on the street make 10 times that. If you want to make extra sure, we'll make sure we get you.
Shit. Baxter, you old so-and-so. How's tricks?
Gangbusters, I tell you, I'm selling radios now. Aren't you going to introduce me?
George Baxter, meet Arnold Rothstein, Charlie Luciano, and Billy Kent.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Well, don't make up your mind so soon.
Go ahead. No reason for both of us to suffer.
Don't linger now.
So you're out of the cutlery business now.
There's a lot more silver in the Radio Corporation of America. How about RCA, the official radio of the world's playground? Strictly on the QT. I know a charming lass who's very close to Mr. David Sarnoff himself, and I bet, I am certain that
Frankie Yale, Waxy Gordon, Pegleg Lonigan, and Bill Lovett in Brooklyn. Torrio, if he'll come, and Arnold Rothstein. We need to get them here as soon as possible.
what for?
Joe Massaria is backing Chip Rossetti, so I'll need to kill them both.
Joe Massaria has an army.
That's why we're going to need help. You all came here on short notice. I appreciate that. And I won't waste anyone's time. Each of us has our own interests. Each of us has our own needs. None of us can proceed without the goodwill and trust of our friends. I'm looking forward to the future. There's going to be new opportunities, great opportunities, with sympathetic allies in Washington and new markets opening up to the west, all the way to Chicago. Opportunities I intend to share to the benefit of all of us. Expansion, cooperation, profit, peace. Isn't that what we all want?
You're singing a different tune from last time I come.
I've reconsidered my position, Frank.
I don't blame you.
I have a right to protect myself.
What's that got to do with us?
We're neighbors, Waxy.
I got no beef with Rossetti.
Not yet.
I don't go looking for a fight.
Neither do I. But I'm in one.
That's your bad luck.
And next time it'll be yours, Mr. Lonergan. Or Bill's, or Frank's. And if you weren't already thinking that, you wouldn't have come here tonight. Italians, Irish, Jews, we could be at each other's throats, or we could set rules here that we can all prosper by, now and forever.
How would we work that?
Joe Massaria is backing Chip Rossetti to steal what I've built, what I've struggled for on the steps of my own home. I'm going to fight him. I'm going to win. I need your help. In exchange, I'll be proud to call every one of you my partner.
was present. I accepted your invitation out of respect for our past dealings and to show our genuine concern for your well-being.
What does that mean, Arnold?
It means everyone here wishes you all the luck in the world.
You won't back me? Is that what he persuaded you to do?
It didn't take persuading. I warned you. You wouldn't listen. Now look where we are.
What did you tell them?
That business with you is more trouble than it's worth.
You're letting emotions get in the way of sense.
Have you known that to be a habit of mine? Charlie, Moira. I need to spend the night.
I won't forget this. You hear me, Arnold? I will not forget. Arnold? 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 Arnold?
Booze is our backbone, but sooner or later, this Michigas will go the way of the ostrich feather.
Yiddish, Meyer? I can't think of a more obvious route to my acquiescence than shared commonality.
How about a good idea?
Yeah. You're the one who was sent to look where no one else is. That's what this deal is.
50 pounds of heroin for 100 grain.
You know what a shot to nothing is? It's used in snooker. It's a shot in which a player attempts a difficult pot, but with safety in mind, regardless of his actually potting anything.
Sounds like nothing for nothing to me.
On the surface, yes, but by design. In the event of his missing, he leaves his opponent in a position of being unable to strike back. You're on the verge of a war. Charlie, you heard it yourself. Nucky Thompson's about to move on Joe Masseria, and until such time as one of them is dead, it would be unwise to venture into any new deals.
What if the deal won't wait?
A deal will always wait, and a fool will always rush in. I like the concept, boys, but the timing leaves much to be desired.
I'm saying 3 words. Overholt, Distillery, Pennsylvania.
I know about Overholt, Mr. Doyle. What I don't is why you wish to discuss it with me.
Because I'm sitting in it right now. It's very large. And a certain person that we both know made an arrangement with another person to run it. But that first person, his back is to the wall. I bet he'd give up anything just to keep from going under for a 3rd time.
I'm listening.
Arnold,
I'm calling with an offer.
how did you get this number?
Is that important?
No.
Your distillery in Pennsylvania?
Overholt.
For a percentage of ownership, I can arrange for Joe Masseria to back away from Jip Rossetti.
Back away meaning what?
Then he completely pulls his support, removes all of his men.
How much of a percentage?
99. Mr. Thompson, I will require 99%. I'm offering you a way out. If I can deliver Masseria, do we have a deal?
Yes.
You'll be hearing from me later. Oh, fuck.
Todo. Sono contento, stai buono.
Maya. Is that ours? No anymore.
Charlie, Maya, thank you for coming. I won't keep you very long since you have such full portions on your plates.
What's that doing here?
I had it delivered so that Mr. Masseria could see that I'm as good as my word.
The two of you.
I've agreed to new terms of peace, given the change in circumstances.
What change? That this heroin that I paid for with my fucking money now belong to him.
You set me up, Joe. You fucking set me up. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Charlie,
I worked for that. I busted my ass for that. It was my idea. My deal.
Charlie.
You can lift a finger, sit behind your desk making phone calls. I'm not there in the fucking world.
Shut up. Charlie, if you don't shut up, we're both dead. Yes.
All this time I thought it had some civilizing effect. But there's only so much you can teach a person until you reach the limits of his capabilities. You understand, though, don't you, Maya?
Yes, I do.
That is your job, then, if you want it. Seeing as how I'm flush with product, I'd like to offer a proposition. How would you like to join me in the heroin business?
In exchange for what?
Fuck yes, everybody.
They're gone.
Gone away.
New York, Maseria's order. Get down!
No, no, no! Fuck him, let's go! Everybody knows each other.
Mr. Masseria and I have not actually met.
Johnny Distrinchere.
Does he speak English?
He's not in the mood.
I just want this to be clear.
He'll understand what you say. We'd like to settle things. We think you do too.
What makes you think that?
Why else would you show up?
See what the Thompson brothers are contemplating.
I have my territory. South to Cape May, north to Asbury Park, west to Trenton. I have the casinos, the numbers, and the wire. I'm not looking for anything else.
Haven't we had this conversation?
I didn't ask for trouble. What was brought to my doorstep, I returned. I expect all of you to do exactly the same.
You tried to put me in federal court,
You were greedy.
and you were desperate.
15 of his men killed. On the road out of town. With the deal already struck.
You landed on your feet.
You wish to pretend you never
What's
came
wrong
to
with
us?
There was no arrangement.
Hey, gang, scare me. Why don't you trust any word come out of your mouth, huh?
That's a reasonable question.
Let him see it.
What do you want?
See a Broadway show, have the chop at Keen's, do a little window shopping, and not be looking over my shoulder every second I'm at it.
And in return?
Maybe you enjoy the beach here.
Not especially.
I want peace, Arnold. That's all.
Where you shop and where you eat is no concern of ours.
This ends that.
How are you, Charlie?
Well, thanks for eggs.
It's so good to buy.
Maya keeps me informed.
Bueno, vigilant. Ahora muy mentiras.
All of man's troubles come from his inability to sit quietly in a room by himself.
You should try it.
Is that what you're doing here?
I talked to Lolly. He's expecting you. No limit at the table.
That's thoughtful.
Call it a thank you.
I ran the odds on the way now.
On what?
Whether you'd attempt to kill me.
What'd you come up with?
14 to 1. Against.
Mr. Man.
Say hello to Arnold Rothstein.
An honor to have finally made your acquaintance.
Please. Mr. Madden tells me you're interested in heroin.
As a commodity, yes.
This is a business with which you are familiar.
One of many.
Biggest fish in Harlem.
However, I do intend to expand to other Libyan markets.
Libyan, what he calls the colors.
You are a dependable and amply stocked supplier.
One who requires the utmost discretion.
He's got my vouch, like I told you. 20 pounds uncut. I will weigh it myself to ensure good measure.
80,000 in cash. Large bills only.
Why would you expect otherwise?
My understanding, you control the local numbers racket.
Therefore, I transact my business like a schoolboy, dealing in pennies, nickels, and dimes.
It's not my intention to offend you.
Nonetheless, you succeeded despite yourself. To whom do I dispatch payment?
My associate, Mr. Diamond, will be in touch.
I have other business with Mr. Madden.
Gentlemen? I find you don't really know a man until you play cards with him.
Don't we know each other, Arnold?
One would have thought so.
Sure you want to trust him?
You know anyone else with that kind of money?
Truly, things aren't that bad, Nookie.
They keep it that way by rarely playing.
This is a game of skill. I suppose an intermediate position is better than none at all.
Well, sure. If action is your only goal.
Why else would I have asked you to play?
You can't really know a man.
Come on. You got a reason or not?
You fancy yourself a sportsman, Arnold. What would you do here?
You would play against me like you mean it.
Raising 5,000.
And now you got my attention. Do you recall our first encounter, Mr. Thompson?
get supplies for a wedding.
Is that what I said?
Something like that.
What the hell are we doing here? You're a type I'd recognize.
What type is that?
A small town glad-hander, peering over the fence, eager to stick his finger in a new piece of pie.
I don't like pie.
Well, I have learned something new about you. Everything you want from me tonight is on the table.
That's more exciting to you than it is to me.
Why does that make me sad? Jesus Christ. You need to send for a priest. Maybe not in your case.
Do you have any idea who you're talking to?
Yeah, someone who's taken a long time to lose. And back off from my shoulder. It's all an aspect of the contest.
There are other games, Arnold.
No, there's only the game you're in now. All in.
Call. Flush. Queen high.
I figured you for a straight.
And you figured me wrong again. Nice getting to know you, Arnold.
I said fresh, Doug.
I just opened this one, sir.
I don't like the feel of it. You have some other engagement? Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Look at me. I'm the player.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be best? People don't see you like this.
Thanks for the pocket change, Goldstein. Rothstein.
He's a great man, AR. But he doesn't like to lose.
Nobody likes to. But we all have to learn how. The Tampa deal, I'm taking it off the table.
If it's a matter of money, then
It's not. I can't rely on a man so blinded by his obsession with winning. Tell him I'll find a new partner.
when it comes your proposal will be the same.
For who?
For me.
Without Rothstein.
Mr. Rothstein is not my boss.
Say hello to Abe Redstone.
Pleasure to me.
Hello. Mrs. Rowan, is it?
It is. Yes, sir.
I was just telling Abe here how.
I have a distinct feeling we've met somewhere before.
I'm sure you're mistaken. I'd have remembered.
I haven't. Gloves.
I beg your pardon?
You attended to me at Best and Company. Finer men's accessories?
I'm afraid I've never worked there, sir.
Well, my mistake then.
So, I was just telling Abe here how I put your husband into Anaconda.
Right. Yes, you did.
And what does your husband do? Mrs.
Rowan. He's in sales, sir.
Railroad equipment.
Ah, I see. And he bought into this Anaconda Realty Trust?
He did, sir. Yes.
After I insisted, you tried to talk him out of it. Right?
Yes. But I regretted not buying it, and we lost a great deal of money. I'm so sorry, Mr. Bennett. I don't feel well. Excuse me.
Nervous type. Not me.
Connors and Gold?
Mrs. Thompson, this is Arnold Rothstein calling. Did you receive my gift?
I did, sir. Thank you.
Lovely as it was to see you again, I will thank you in advance for your discretion.
Yes, sir.
I'm assuming a reciprocal arrangement would be to your advantage as well.
It would.
And until next time. Sir? Mr. Rothstein. Will you be needing the car? No. Not this evening. Are you feeling all right? I'm fine, thank you. Is Mrs. Rothstein awake? No, sir. She retired early. May I ask you a question, Peter? Of course, sir. Why is it you don't gamble? Because I don't have the stomach for it. First time I ever played craps, I won $32. I was 9 years old. Lucky little boy. Yes. Or at least I used to think so.
Mickey Doyle is worth $500,000?
Well, not while he's breathing.
The Rothmere Insurance Company.
One of my subsidiaries.
So I gather. So what are you waiting for? Kill him.
At the very least, I wanted to extend you the courtesy of obtaining your permission.
Do I get a cut?
That's a rather callous attitude.
He's an imbecile whom I'd be glad to be rid of.
I was under the impression Mr. Doyle was an integral part of your organization.
Not $500,000 integral.
Make me an offer.
To not kill him? How's a plug nickel sound?
You could buy the policy from me, making yourself the beneficiary.
Money troubles, Arnold?
It's the usual ebb and flow of the stock market.
But more ebb at the moment.
It appears I'm the victim of an unscrupulous broker.
So plot your revenge.
That takes cash. My bankroll is waning at present.
10 cents on the dollar.
20.
That's $100,000, Arnold.
Yes, it is.
It's probably the best investment I'll ever make. I know a dozen people who'd kill Nicky for free.
May I offer you some free advice?
Is there anything more expensive in the world?
Forget this place and call me. I own several buildings uptown. Perhaps I could steer you to more suitable accommodations.
In exchange for what?
Mr. Bennett. He and his ilk are systematically driving down the price of Anaconda Realty stock in which I'm invested. Soon, no doubt, they plan on buying it back. I need to know when this happens.
I could lose my job.
Yes, you could. Or perhaps gain something better.
Come on, Abe. Quit flirting.
Hello, Robert. Nice chatting with you, Mrs. Rowe.
It's impossible to get ahead. And believe me, I've tried. I work hard, I save, and
You won't know any explanations, Miss Rowan.
Mr. Bennett. Mr. Bennett is a criminal, no different than...
And me?
I was going to say my husband.
Though, to be fair, one could paint me with that same brush.
Anaconda Realty. Mr. Bennett and his partners own the company. He bought more shares this afternoon. You should do so yourself as soon as possible.
30,000 shares preferred stock.
You shouldn't sell until he does. I'll let you know when that happens.
In return for what?
A rent-free apartment, guaranteed for 5 years. A safe neighborhood, with rooms for the children.
You'll accept nothing from Mr. Thompson, yet you will from me.
I earned this. And when it's over, I owe you nothing.
We have a deal.
Very well.
I've never done business with a woman before.
Well, how did you like it?
Quite the treat.
Miss Sweet.
Been a while.
Hey, how's funeral?
Sad day.
Rest his soul.
Brings you here.
Wife's been hawking me for a holiday.
Married.
Married. A son. Makes you concentrate on the future. I wish it all should.
Meyer. My best to Charlie.
We don't talk too often. One of us is still a bachelor.
Colosimo, Rothstein, and Charlie Lucia.
Charlie, how are you?
None for me.
You're a law-abiding citizen.
Teetotaler, don't touch it. Here's the light the way.
I like to stay sharp at the tables.
Yeah, sharp. The way he wins. He wants to be sharp.
Last year, he cleared $2 million just up for the World Series alone, eh? $2 million, if he.
They call that one lucky. What do you think I'm sitting next to him for?
Chicago's a fine town.
Nah, it ain't New York, that's for sure.
New York ain't New York now with prohibition.
It will be if I have something to say about it.
Ain't that the reason we're all here tonight? In addition to their other enterprises, Messrs. Rothstein and Luciano have significant interest in the cabaret business back in New York. And a man such as yourself, with both political influence as well as a passing acquaintance with the seafaring types of the Atlantic. Oh, sure, Johnny, from English. Salvatore, for lo costo.
Cosa differente, cara?
Questo big business.
So what's the difference?
What you gonna do?
Could you fix us up or no? We'll take goals we can get up to 2,000 crates a month. For starters.
You young fellas. No appreciation for the art of conversation.
I gotta piss. I apologize. Ambition can be read as impatience sometimes.
Arrogance, too.
I have a friend, a judge. His daughter's wedding is in a week. I'd like to be able to accommodate him and the 700 guests.
You haven't stockpiled?
All sold already. I'm coming up short.
Well, I have a load coming in tomorrow. 500 crates, Canadian Club. Originally, I planned to keep it, but seeing how I'd like to start our relationship off on the right foot, how about I let you have it?
How much?
60 grand for the entire load. But you use your own men for the pickup.
Send me over the details. We'll settle up in cash tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Gentlemen, salute.
So, cheers.
Cheers. Let me ask you something. A guy like Rothstein, what's a fellow like that worth? Yeah? 10 million at least.
No level?
He's as big as they come.
So what you want to do, just ask for a lolly. He'll be expecting you. I'd wish you luck, but it sounds like you don't need it.
We make our own luck.
True enough.
Okay, nice talking to you.
You had a lucky streak.
Luck had nothing to do with it. I'm a skilled player is what he means.
That's what I hear.
So, what's all this about cutting me off?
It's not that. It's a small house. We just can't handle your kind of action right now.
Your credit's good with me.
Why don't we get to know each other better?
I don't think I like what I'm hearing.
Maybe you shouldn't be listening to the grown-ups' conversations.
Charlie said. Charlie. As of now, you owe me 93 grand. Less 60 for tonight's load knocks it to 33. So you can keep playing then. I don't gamble where I don't feel welcome.
Sorry you feel that way. Cash them out. Hey! Did you get him?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Fucking this!
Go on, get in the car. Go on, scram. Come on, let's go. Beat it. Arnold Holster.
I'm very sorry. Mr. Thompson is not available.
Take you back.
Noki,
Give you a job.
listen.
This is how you fucking repay
Last
me.
night was not supposed to happen like that, Noki.
Well, make sure you mention that to Rothstein as he's cutting your nuts off.
It's all gonna get straightened out, Noki, I
Are
promise.
you that stupid?
Mr. Rothstein, Charlie Luciano is here. We got a special guest.
Frankie, you.
How are you? Yeah. I understand you just got back from Chicago. That's why you brought me here? I asked him to, Frankie. I was visiting a friend. So what? It was a lousy visit, though. Huh? For your friend, I mean. yourself. There was a man once. I don't recall his name. Frequented the billiard parlors downtown. He made a comfortable living wagering whether he could swallow certain objects, billiard balls being his specialty. He'd pick a ball, take it down his gullet to here, and regurgitate it back up. And one evening, I decided to challenge this man to a wager. 10,000 in cash for him to do the trick with a billiard ball of my choosing. Now, he knew I'd seen him do this a dozen times, so I can only surmise that he thought I was stupid. We laid down the cash, and I handed him the cue ball. He swallowed it down. It lodged in his throat, and he choked to death on the spot. What I knew and he didn't was that the cue ball was 1/16 of an inch larger than the other balls, just too large to swallow. Do you know what the moral of this tale is, Mr. Yale?
Don't need a cue ball.
The moral of this story is that if I cause a stranger to choke to death for my own amusement, what do you think I'll do to you if you don't tell me who ordered you to kill Colosimo?
You don't work for me anymore. Let's get that straight right now. And you made that decision, not me.
Well, who's gonna drive you?
What's the difference? You want to be a gangster, kid? Go be a gangster. But if you want to be a gangster in my town, then you'll pay me for the privilege. That envelope you gave me, my end, according to my calculations, you're $3,000 short.
What do you mean?
You deaf and stupid. You pull a stunt like that, ass fuck me with Honor Rothstein in the process, you owe me another $3,000.
Ducky, I spent most of the money.
$3,000. You got 48 hours. Hello.
Nucky. Arnold Rothstein.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, the reason I've been calling, the delivery I arranged, I never received it.
You don't say.
Truck ran out of petrol, who knows? We'll chalk it up to a misunderstanding.
Chalk it up however you'd like.
Fine. Then $100,000 should cover it.
Excuse me?
You owe me $100,000, Mr. Thompson. It's bad enough you sold my load to Chicago. My sister-in-law's nephew was one of those drivers.
I didn't sell your load to anyone, and I don't care if your mother was one of the drivers.
Is this the way you do business?
You want to see how I do business? Show your face again in Atlantic City.
Okay, gents.
2,000.
Man, like a foot. That's it for me. I'll see you too, and raise you too.
What should I do here, Charlie?
Depends on what the other guy got.
Depends on what the other gentleman has.
Right.
Well, what does he have?
I should have known, no swami.
The very reason this game is so challenging. There's a lot of money in that pot. How much do you think is in there?
Plenty.
$22,500.
That's right.
How much mining equipment do you have to sell to make $22,000, Buck?
A lot. You gonna call or fold?
See you too. Raise your 5.
Take it. I was bluffing.
I know. So was I.
God damn it.
Let's say we take a break.
Only 14 hours and you're tired already?
You wanted to see me?
Turns out, my sister-in-law's nephew, for a time at least, survived the shooting in the woods.
Sorry about your loss. Obviously, if there's anything I could do.
There is, actually. You can kill someone for me to settle a debt. I have it on good authority that a James Darmody of Atlantic City was one of the 2 shooters.
Who's the other one?
I don't know. But I bet you're persuasive enough to get Darmody to tell you.
That's a good bet.
The only kind I make.
Professional baseball has reached a crisis. Charges of crookedness relating to last year's World Series are emerging, with a well-known New York gambler at its center.
It doesn't mention you by name, does it?
Does everything but.
Speculation. Innuendo. And if I remember my law school Latin, a steaming pile of horseshit.
Is that the legal term?
He had a meeting with some washed-up ex-boxer. So what?
Abe Attell, followed by a very public dinner with Sleepy Bill Burns at the Astor Hotel.
Is it a crime now for a fellow to eat dinner?
The dinner was innocent, Counselor, but for dessert, he pitched me on fixing the World Series by bribing the players of the White Sox.
A scheme which you threw cold water upon immediately. Isn't that correct, Mr. Rothstein?
It certainly is.
Then there you have it.
And what do I do about this article?
You do nothing, Arnold. You get mud on your trousers,
Or horseshit?
or horseshit. You don't rub it off. You let it dry. You let it set a while. Then you brush it off, nice and easy.
The World Series was months ago, Lawyer Fallon. And the horseshit hasn't dried yet.
Since when do you need permission to look at the ocean?
Look at my ocean? Since your boss tried to lift $100 grand out of my pocket.
Mr. Rothstein don't see it that way.
Mr. Rothstein don't run this town.
He runs New York. Maybe you heard of it.
I haven't confirmed it yet, but word on the street is a DA sniffing around some of the White Sox.
Well, then it'd be wise to put a clothespin on his nose. Any idea which players?
Seacott and Jackson, near as I can tell.
Get the farm boys to spill their milk. Is that the idea?
Doesn't matter what they say, if you tell them to talk. Willie?
He's already been flapping his gums.
And if the DA pulls him in?
He may be able to take a punch, but put him in a witness chair and Abe Attell will fold like hot laundry.
Give it to me again.
Baseball is the heart of America. As a patriot, I would never do anything to degrade our...
Besmirch. It's better.
To besmirch our national pastime. Ladies and gentlemen, this entire ugly affair began when Abe Attell and some other cheap gamblers approached me to fix the World Series. A sordid scheme which every newsboy on Broadway knows I turned down flat. And not only was I not in on the deal, I furthermore did not bet 1 red cent on the series after I found out what was underway.
Isn't it true, sir, that a man named Sport Sullivan approached you as well?
I'm approached by people every day with all manner of harebrained schemes. Certainly suffering fools can't be illegal.
You know, it's not too late to go to law school, Arnold.
I prefer to make my living honestly. Gentlemen.
Hey, huh? These are the fellas I told you about. It's Leo D'Alessio. His brother Ignatius.
And Mickey Doyle. An honor, Mr. Rothstein.
So you've heard of me?
Naturally. Who ain't, huh?
And what is it you've heard?
Good stuff, you know.
That I'm honest? That you'll always get a square deal?
Sure. That's why we're here.
Reputation takes a lifetime to build, and only seconds to destroy. Crack them, Charlie. I understand you're interested in the liquor business.
Who's interested in making dough?
Piles of it.
8 ball, $500. You break. There are 2 ways to make money in the alcohol business. One is to take cheap rot gut whiskey, dilute it, and sell it.
I was doing good with that myself.
That's the stupid way, in which I have no interest. There's a growing demand for good whiskey in the United States. I'm not talking about the swill you stirred up in your chamber pot. I'm talking about the best scotch from Britain. There's a fortune to be made from importing it. It'll be the chic thing to have good whiskey when you have guests, and the rich will vie with one another to serve it. I want to set up a business for importing scotch. We'll have ships with crews we can trust who'll sail it from the distilleries in Europe and unload it outside the 3-mile limit. All we have to do is smuggle it ashore.
That's where you monks come in.
The ports of Atlantic City are ideal for distribution to the entire eastern seaboard. The only problem is the man who runs that city. Normally, I'd make a deal with such a man. Cut him in as a partner, but I find Nucky Thompson to be greedy and unreasonable.
Nothing a bullet in the eye won't fix.
If you'll each sign those forms, I'll take it as your acquiescence to our new arrangement.
What are they?
Life insurance policies. It's $500,000 on each year.
You'll be handling large amounts of my money, gentlemen. It's my assurance you won't chisel me.
Think of it as an incentive, not to screw things up.
To the worst. I'll show you out.
You know what the nice thing is about the Bronx Zoo, Charlie? There's bars between you and the monkeys.
Lucky? Lucky Thompson.
Racing results by wire. Soon radio, I'm told, will transmit news stories within minutes of their occurrence. It's the age of information. And a businessman lives and sometimes dies on its value. Do you know why I'm a successful gambler, Mr. Doyle?
Because you're lucky?
He's lucky. I create my luck. I'm a successful gambler because I never bet on an event whose outcome I'm not sure of in advance.
Like the World Series. You put the fix in.
I employ research, fact-finding,
Due diligence, the lawyers call it.
which brings me to Nucky Thompson, the man you said you know everything about.
How was I supposed to know a chauffeur carries a gun?
Have you been listening to a single word I've said? Sheer and utter incompetence. A woman is shot? An innocent tourist, no less, and you've tipped my hand to Thompson.
Boardwalk at night, do it in public. We figured it sends a message.
You sent the message all right, but you're idiots.
Devil's food.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I'll kill that prick myself, Mr. Rothstein.
We'll bring you his head if you want. Your grandstanding is commendable, but I have to say, I'm less than convinced.
You had bad information, like you said. How can we make it up to you?
Nothing says I'm sorry like money.
Plus a casino.
They shot my brother, Mickey. Took a shot at me.
I know it. They're gonna shoot me, Nuck. I know that too.
How?
They're always jabbering in Italian, laughing at me behind my back, right to my face.
And Luciano, how does he figure in?
Your mother didn't tell you?
Watch your step, Mickey.
He's got this kid, some sheeny named Lansky. He approached Chalky, made him an offer, but it was really just a what's it.
A ruse?
That's the ticket. To find out how many bottles he's moving.
Why does he want to know that?
What do you think? For information. This is all on orders from Rothstein. He wants to muscle in, take over the liquor business in Atlantic City.
Running baseball isn't enough? Get Chalky on the phone.
For what?
I want you to meet with Lansky. Mickey here will arrange it. Tell him you accept his offer.
What offer?
Whatever offer he makes.
Tell him you're unhappy. No, he's not treating you right. That shouldn't be too hard to believe.
You're lucky to be alive, you fucking Polak.
Promise them as much liquor as they want. And tell them we'll need all their men to haul the load.
The idea is to get as many of them in the same place as we can.
Remembering, of course, it was me. Set it up. So, when all is said and done, what you fixing to do about Mr. Rothstein?
I'm going to make him the richest corpse in New York.
Now, you know I've never sought notoriety.
Well, it's about to be seeking you, my friend. Half the team's indicted.
These players. Seacott, Gamble, where would I have met them?
You've met Sport Sullivan, and Abe Attell, obviously. Their name, too.
Poor Abe. One too many haymakers to the head.
Well, if he hits the mat on this, he could very well take you with him.
Girl goes to bed with 10 fellas. Who's going to believe her when she says the 11th is the father?
Arnold, I admire your Sanford, but I'm not the person you need to convince. You were concerned enough to retain my services, and I'm telling you now your concerns were justified.
What do you propose?
Come here, to Chicago.
Into the lion's den?
Yes, but before you do that, I want you to think hard about who in this town is willing to do you a favor.
I've booked passage for myself and Caroline. Should I be indicted personally? My attorney assures me that's imminent. He'll let you know how to get in touch.
Scotland in November?
I hear the golfing is terrific.
June, maybe.
Tour the distilleries, take up the bagpipes. Perhaps there's any number of ways to...
They just always constantly monitor because I don't have. I'm very deficient in factor 7, which is a blood clotting.
Here.
yeah, I'll stop speaking for the mod.
We can talk about something that will embarrass him on the stream. Like maybe knickers?